Hello everyone, quick video from Budva. I made it here a couple of days ago, about 2-3 days ago. Boy, it was quite a journey, same as always when you're traveling. I met a few people that I got on video finally. I met Daniel, who is from Brazil, who gave me a ride to the airport from Albufeira, and Ido, this guy from Turkey who's living in Germany. He's been halfway around the world and all over Europe and North Africa. Very interesting fellow. I'm going to have a video of that pretty soon, I'm going to have a video of it connected to this video, so it'll be right after this. And I will have a video of Budva later on next week, I hope. I am headed out to St. Stefan Monastery. I hope to get there. This is an exploratory trip right now to see if I can walk there. If not, I'm going to have to take a bus. I hope I can walk there because I want to see all of the the beautiful countryside. But as you saw from the beginning of this video, you can see Old Town, which is right over there. It's I walked over there a little bit yesterday. I haven't gone inside. I'm going to wait until I'm with you guys on that. But this is a magnificent city. It's very small, and I'm eager to share with you everything that I've seen here. But first, you'll get that trip from Albufeira to here. It was quite a journey. I tried Indian food for the first time. I'll give you my opinion of it, right? It was, mind you, it was airport Indian food, but it was Indian food nonetheless. But anyways, here's the next video. So I'm talking to my Uber driver Daniel here, and Daniel is from Brazil, and minus Giras, right?
Bom dia! In Brazil, it's bom dia.
Bom dia, okay.
And in Portugal, it's bom dia.
Bom dia.
Bom dia. But I say bom dia.
And the French say bonjour. Bonjour. Right?
Bueno, and the French,
yes.
Bonjour.
Yes, bonjour. And the Spanish, buenos dias.
Buenos dias, compañero.
So you're from Brazil, and you emigrated from Brazil to Portugal, right?
Yes, moved 7 years ago, doing Uber for 9 years. This is my Uber life, now representing Brazil in Portugal.
And you moved here for the laid-back life, for the quiet?
Yes, looking for a better quality of life, a better place, feeling that you feel safe.
And how many years have you been here?
7 years.
7 years?
Since 2017, before COVID.
Before COVID, yes. Okay.
Yeah, it was hard time. I passed the COVID here, was really hard time.
No,
but it's gone.
Yes. No, he's just making some money doing Uber.
Yes.
Awesome. Any goals for the future?
Oh yes, for sure. I'm planning to stay here, keep here. That's the plan. Stay here a little bit more.
Yeah.
Get my Portuguese passport. I already applied. I'm waiting the nationality.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe for the future buy a little apartment here and stay here, make the business grow, get more cars. Let's see, that's my goals for the future.
There you go, there you go.
Yes, and after that we plan next goals. But if I do this, I'm really happy.
Well, I can't say that I blame him. Albufeira, Portugal, the Algarve is awesome. It is really awesome. Lots of Brazilians, and they're nice people. So far, all the ones that I've met have been very nice. I met one last night at the OK Burger. Great burger, by the way. Okay. But all the Brazilians are awesome. So.
We are trying our best. We try. So sometimes it goes well, sometimes not, but at least we are trying.
Yep. Both of us escaping politics and whatever it is we're leaving from, right?
And it's really interesting. I'm on the Uber bookings. Got this really nice person, David, and we're just talking about everything. Tell me about his plans, traveling around the world, the next stops, and gonna tell me what's going on. That's really, really special.
Yep,
And,
yep.
We are on the way.
Yeah, I didn't tell him that I was headed back to the United States after England. I forgot to do something while I was there, so I have to go back, get it done, and then then I have to take off again. We'll see. Maybe get one last shot for my travels into the Thailand and Vietnam.
And I want to see that, huh?
Yes, you see it on my YouTube.
Send me the link.
Yes, there you go. For now, I just thought I'd do a little video with him here. He's a very interesting fella. Want the whole world to know him. So, all right then.
Okay.
Until the next video, which will be shortly.
9143 to London Stansted on the 20th.
Here I am at the Frankfurt Airport, getting ready to take my flight out to Frankfurt, and then from Frankfurt to Vienna, from Vienna to Montenegro. I had a good conversation with Daniel from Portugal, India. The nice guy. And here I am having a little bit of breakfast. Let me see if I can show you. I've got this almond pastry. It's got some almonds on it. I've already eaten half of it. Have an Americano. Need my caffeine here in the morning. Coffee's always good. Delicious. This almond thing is really good too. I have a long day. I'm not going to get to Montenegro until about midnight, about 11:50 tonight. I have a long layover in Frankfurt, so I plan to just walk around and see what's there. I'm really excited to go to Budva. It's a very historic city. It's got a lot of old parts of the town and all that. I'm ready to go. You can see it, go and do the touristy thing. Anyhow, I hope you all can hear me over the announcement. It's been quite an adventure, and I'm happy I came. So.
The important thing is to look good in front of videos, you know.
Well,
The internet won't forget.
if I don't look good, you don't need to look good.
Well, most probably my mom gonna see it, so I gotta look good.
Yes, your mom will see it. So I'm here in Frankfurt, the Frankfurt Airport. I'm at it's Ido.
Yeah, Yido.
And what's your
Yitan. Yitan is my real
Yitan?
name. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But most people call me Yido.
All right? He's Turkish. He's living in Germany, and met him here. He's telling me about all the places that I need to visit in Turkey and in Europe. I think he recommended Vienna.
Yeah.
And Istanbul.
Absolutely.
Right.
If you love history.
Yes.
And coffee.
And coffee. So I'm gonna go there. Imagine who you meet, right, while you're traveling, right? Interesting fella. So he's also a boxer.
Yes. And I do Greco-Roman wrestling.
And Greco-Roman wrestling, right?
Exactly.
The Olympic style, right?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. And anything for anybody back in the States? You just want to?
A recommendation or advice for life?
Yeah, advice for life. Just give us
Advice-
your philosophy of life.
Oh, philosophy in life. Oh, it's a good question. It's like in a job interview. But if I say a philosophy of life is always, man, never close the open door.
Okay.
Go through it. Always go through it.
Okay.
Rather live in regret than live in the thought of what would it be. That's what I say. Also to my
Right.
siblings.
So let me just ask you this question. Have you ever seen Gattaca, the movie Gattaca?
No.
You've never seen it. So in the movie there's these brothers, they're competing against each other and they're swimming across a river. And the first one to turn back loses.
All right.
Right? And the one brother, who's supposed to be the weaker brother, never loses. And the stronger brother, he asks him, well, how are you doing this? And he says, I'm doing it because I don't save anything for the trip back.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So it's always forward, right?
Always. I mean, a lot of people don't know it, but sometimes you need to step back. One step back doesn't mean you're doing regress. It's like sometimes it means two steps forward.
Right.
It's like jumping over a hurdle. You also
Right.
need to step back. So, but my advice is always, I tell to my siblings, do things, rather live in regret, because you have a lesson out of it, than live it with the thought what could have been.
Right. Yes.
So just do it.
There's only forward and make the mistakes. Right?
And as a sportsman or as a dual athlete, I can tell that there's no losing, there's only learning.
Okay,
So
there you
you will
go.
never lose in life. It's always
go.
the perspective.
Right. If you come out of this life with experience and having truly lived, and not watched it on the sidelines,
Yeah.
then you've done well. You have siblings. How many?
Two. Younger siblings. I'm the oldest. I got one brother
sisters? One brother,
and one little sister.
one little sister.
She's
Right.
not a little anymore, but a little, yeah. But my eyes, she will always be little.
Right. What's your goals in life?
My goal, I think, it's also very philosophical, but at the end of the day, if I die, I want to look back and say I had an impact on life, and I'll be remembered as a good person, and I had good philosophies and morals which I gave on to the next generation.
Good morals. What's your? Where do you get your morals from?
Oh, my grandpa and my dad. May God bless my grandpa, but it's like a generational thing. I was raised
so
pretty
you
good.
believe you're top morals.
Yeah, most probably, and also like the life lessons through traveling. For example, I lived in Detroit. I told you that.
Yes.
And
That's right.
it took me like 2 months to convince myself to go there because I thought I'll get stabbed, I'll get robbed, or I don't know. But
If I didn't get stabbed or robbed in Albuquerque, you're not going to get stabbed or robbed in
I don't know,
Detroit.
about 5 miles, 6 miles. So
You know what I'm
I got-
talking about, Burqueños? We call ourselves Burqueños from Albuquerque. So
Yeah.
Right.
But coming back to the Detroit story,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it was the most beautiful experience I've ever had, the best friendships I have had. So, and I'm telling you, if I would have closed the door before I went through it, I would have missed so many opportunities in life.
Yeah. Right. No doubt. How many languages do you speak?
Like I would say 3 perfect fluent,
Okay.
1 decent, and 2 I would say pretty good for conversation.
And
I
what are
speak
they?
German, Turkish, and English pretty good. I could do
Yes.
a conversation.
Pretty well.
French, I speak also decent, but I would switch some Turkish, some
Français?
sign language. Ouais, ce n'est pas très bien, mais c'est oh là là.
Très bien. Let me ask you. So this is what I said when I asked to see the paintings of Jacques-Louis David. I said, je voudrais regarder le peinture de Jacques-Louis David.
Decent. I
Decent?
got it. It's good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
See, so here, my French
French
isn't
approved,
bad.
but I'm not French, so I gotta ask my French
isn't
friend.
bad. Tell the folks all the places you've been.
Oh, like as I mentioned earlier, I've been to like. Let me start from the most east point.
Okay.
No, from the most western point to the most
Detroit? Right?
Yeah, no, Chicago is
Chicago,
more
okay,
Chicago more
Chicago.
is more west. Chicago, then my hometown Detroit. What up to my people? Oh, we switched. Well,
There we go.
exactly. Detroit. By the way, what up to my people in Detroit? New York.
New York.
Then I've been to Porto. Now going to Marrakesh, Lisbon.
So where's Marrakesh?
In Morocco.
Because Americans are going to know. In Morocco, which is
Morocco.
northern Africa. Right?
Yes,
Okay.
northern part of Africa.
Near Casablanca?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I will fly there, yeah. And
Okay.
I'll travel to Morocco, so let's see. Then where else? Spain, I will go there next week, by the way.
what part of Spain?
Malaga, or Andalusia, that's their word called it.
Okay.
Sevilla,
Right.
then I was in France, Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Then Germany, of course, Amsterdam, London, in Netherlands, England. I was to Vienna in Austria, Czech, Poland.
And you highly recommend Vienna because of the coffee and the
Yeah,
culture
yeah.
and the way that
Absolutely.
they carry themselves, very cultured people in Vienna.
Yeah, people are chill, cozy. The history is great. Fun fact: the Ottomans tried to conquer Vienna 7 times because after Constantinople, they saw Vienna as the center of Europe, the most impactful city. So there must be a reason that Vienna was so much highly valued.
Right. Again, I'm going to have to study up on the history. I don't know too much history about Vienna. I know a lot about Germany, France, and a little bit about Turkey, but you know a lot, right?
Well,
And Istanbul, right?
Exactly.
A week or two. 1 week or 2 weeks?
in Istanbul, take 10 days.
10 days.
Yeah, 10 days.
Right.
Also get a metro card
Okay.
and the museum card.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 days is pretty decent.
Definitely. A lot of history with the Greeks and the Turks and
Exactly, Byzantine
the
Empire.
Byzantine Empire,
Rome.
right? The Romans, right? Yeah. The
Yeah.
Persians, right?
And as I said, Western culture meets Islamic culture, so it's pretty interesting.
Oh, yes. Right
You
there.
ever saw the the ocean meets the Pacific? They never clash, they never collide with it. They collide with, but they never mix. That's also Istanbul. Two seas meet each other,
right.
but never get mixed.
And you say that Turkey's good for Americans to
Yeah,
visit.
we love them. We love them.
Okay.
We love them. We love them.
I'd say we love the Turks, but most Americans don't know where Turkey is.
Yeah, you got. When I was in Detroit,
They don't
I
know where
was-
New Mexico is. Right?
I always say, you know, the funny thing is, I always said, you know, the love series. Women, you have got to ask the love series. They were like, oh yeah, Turkey. And for the boys, it's always like, you know, these Russian fighters. Yeah, that's round about the corner. That's what they know it.
All right. Any last messages for America, for New Mexicans? Maybe?
New Mexico, I've never been there. I hope one day I can visit, so you'll be more hospitable. David, it was a pleasure meeting you. I wish you best of time in Turkey, in Athens, or anywhere else in the world. And if not, I mean, this video, the internet never forgets. So I hope one day I can look back, see your next videos, and be like, man, this guy's living life.
Be nice to my videos.
Of course,
you know,
of course.
The first
Number one
ones I've ever
supporter.
done, right?
Number one supporter. You know, take care, guys.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah, appreciate everything.
Give them a wave.
Goodbye.
Thanks. I'm here at the airport in Vienna. That buffet you saw over there is mostly Indian food. I've rarely tried Indian food, but I'm going to try it today. So I got myself a bowl, bought myself €10.80. It comes out to about, I don't know, $11, $12. Who knows, the euro against the dollar, boy, the dollar's losing ground. So, but anyhow, this is what I got for 11, 12 bucks. And this cheap water here, $2, believe it, or €2 rather, here at the airport, which is about, I don't know, $2.30, which is really, really cheap. I noticed the same thing in Frankfurt, so I don't know why it's so inexpensive. It's poisoned, I don't know. It came from questionable sources. You know, let's try this. Got some vegetables. That's very good. Trying this, it's like some chicken with some paprika. I don't know what the dish is called, but oh, that is good. That is very good. And some of this golden rice. Oh, this is really good. I know there's a lot of Indian fast food places in England, so when I get there, I'm going to try a whole bunch of this stuff. I'm very pleased. So good. It's delicious. Anyway, I've had another harrowing journey across Europe. And you will, it's still going on, so you're going to see what's going to happen from here to Burqueño, I think. Burqueño. I can't pronounce it, but it's in Montenegro, it's the airport there, and then from there I'm going to Budva. And I should get there around 1 o'clock tomorrow. So there it is. Anyhow, we shall see. Well, there it was, folks. It was my trip from Albufeira to Budva. You know, you never know who you're going to meet on your trip at the airport. Uber drivers, just strangers, random strangers. It was a fascinating journey. Daniel, you know, guy from Brazil. He's trying to make his way in Portugal. He's an immigrant. He's been there for a while. He seems like a go-getter. He's going to be successful, definitely. He told me all kinds of different stories, like about how, you know, some of the British folks, they were on their way back to Albufeira, right? And from a previous trip, and they had a kid with them. And they were talking, you know, these couples, they were talking about how, you know, they met in Albufeira, and now they were going back, I guess, with their kid, their family that started their family. It was pretty interesting. At the airport, of course, you saw Ido, who is a Turkish, and wow, that guy's just a real go-getter. He's so young, 25 years old, really wanting just to experience life. You can tell he's just, you know, wanting to drink it all in. He's a polyglot, which means that he speaks all these different languages. You heard him. He's traveled all over Europe and Northern Africa and the United States. He said that he had been to the Windy City, Chicago. He'd been to Detroit. all over the place. It was just interesting to meet him. The other experiences that I had, I was walking through Frankfurt Airport. I saw these guys, these employees riding their bikes around. I never really figured out who they were, why they were riding the bikes around, but I found that to be pretty interesting. When I was talking to Ito, I thought I was in the correct terminal, but I was not. I was in the wrong terminal, and I had to go to a different terminal after I spoke to him. So I was like in a rush to get there so I wouldn't miss my flight to Frankfurt. When I got to it was a shuttle. When I got there, I was sitting in the shuttle with all these other people, and there were like these 4 or 5 Pakistani guys, and I can tell that they were speaking, I think, Pashtun or whatever it is they speak in Pakistan, or it sounded that way to me. I don't speak any Pashtun or Pakistani, but they were kind of staring at me, and they were looking at my my lanyard that had my passport in it, and I was getting a little concerned, and they pointed at it and they said, "Look, can we use that?" And I'm like, "Well, my passport?" He said, we need for the SIM. And I looked down, and on my passport there's this little clear area where I had a SIM tool that you can use to remove the SIM card from your cell phone, and then you can put in a new cell phone from the whatever destination you're going to, a local SIM card, so that you can use local cell service. And that's what they were wanting. When I realized that, I was like, "Ooh, okay, fine." So I pulled it out. I have 2 of those tools. I just let them have that one, and they were so thankful. They kept thanking me over and over again. "Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you." It was quite an interesting little interaction there on the on the tram on my way to on the shuttle on my way to my the next terminal, and then I finally get on Vienna Airlines. Awesome airlines, by the way. They really are really good airlines. They don't offer free food. They give you water or whatever, but they do give you a chocolate. I took two of the legs of my trip from Frankfurt to Vienna and from Vienna to Montenegro was with Austrian Airlines, and I got 2 chocolates, 1 in each flight. It was pretty interesting. It was pretty nice. But I arrived here in Budva. I had to take another taxi service from the airport in Podgorica. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, and then take that down to Budva. So I got there about 11:30 at night. And this taxi driver, Nicola, he picked me up, and he was an interesting fellow. I did not get any video of him, but I do want to tell you about another go-getter. This guy's really, he's really interested in, developing a business and buying an apartment or a house and all of these things. He's so young. He's got like a mid-20s, kind of like Ito. But he was trying to tell me, yes, I went to Italy, and there's this place, you got to go see it, and it's marble and all of these things. Turns out it was the monument of Victor Emmanuel, which I had been to, me and my dad had been to when we were in Rome a few years back. But as he was trying to look for it, he had a cell phone, and he was driving, and he had his cell phone, and he was trying to find it on his cell phone. I was like, "Oh my God, we're traveling these winding roads through the mountains and through these tunnels, and we're gonna crash." But he was very experienced, with the roads in Montenegro, so no issues there. We got to our destination, right? But along the way, believe it or not, we got stopped by the police. It turns out that it was a DWI checkpoint. And I remember listening to Nicola. He was talking to the police officer. He just sounded real calm, and he kept saying "nicht," which I think means no, whatever, because the officer was asking him all these questions. Probably, have you had anything to drink? Where are you coming from? You came from a party or anything like that? You have any marijuana? Things like that. And Nicola told me afterwards that the police officer, that he knew how to speak to the police. He knew how to tell them what he needed to tell them, whatever, to get past this the DWI checkpoint. But it didn't really make any difference. Nikolai hadn't had anything to drink. He was sober, right? He was just giving this customer a ride to his Airbnb, which is where I'm at now. I must say it was a fantastic. Strange. It was fantastic. It was difficult. It was stressful, but it was a fantastic, interesting journey. I always find my trips at the airports, to and from the airports, to be interesting because you meet so many different people from all over the world. It's really fascinating. But I'm here in Budva. I'm going to do some exploring. I'm going to see what it has to offer. It looks pretty good. It's beautiful here, and I will upload some more videos for you. But for now, we shall see ya.